Compliance Community Investment Officer.
I'm Janelle Mayer, Vice President of Community Investment.
And I'm Amy Moore, Vice President of Evaluation and Grantee Capacity.
Thank you all for joining us today. We will be talking about the Community Foundation's strategic goal. So before we get started in talking about our strategic focus areas, we would like to remind you all of our values. Our first value is hope and opportunity, particularly for youth, collaborative community goals and decision-making, and an inclusive community. So as you can see, the Community Foundation has outlined 3 strategic focus areas. The first being advancing educational attainment, the second, fostering a dynamic local economy, and thirdly, enhancing community trust and promoting prosperity for all. So the first strategic focus area we will be talking about is education, and I will pass it off to Amy.
Thank you, Jocelyn. When the Community Foundation is referring to advancing educational attainment, we're talking about 2 specific focus areas. First is lifelong literacy, which is our STEAM fields of science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and financial literacy. The second is educational equity, which we define as opportunities for every student to be successful. The reason why we need to focus on education is because children that are in 3rd grade and are not reading proficient are 13 times more likely not to graduate from high school. And in Muskegon County, 60% of our incoming 4th graders are not at grade level reading. These disparities are across our county. In some areas, students are less than 5% proficient in reading. In other areas, they're 60%. But either way, it's a horrible number and needs to be addressed. In regards to our adults, approximately 10% of our adult population are functioning illiterate. Some of the ways that we're able to support ongoing efforts towards education is by supporting preschool programs, specifically Pre-K for All, which is a preschool program in Muskegon Heights and Muskegon Public Schools. We also support literacy coaches throughout the county through a grant to the ISD to support elementary teachers. Read Muskegon is a strong partner when it comes to helping with our adult population and working through our countywide literacy collaborative. We also work with faith leaders and provide specific grants that help with literacy to our houses of worship, and provide a Kickstart to Career program, which is a child savings account financial literacy program. It provides a savings account to every single student in our county. We have multiple scholarships, including the Muskegon Promise and adult scholarships. Now I'm going to turn it over to Janelle, who's going to talk about community and economic development.
Thanks, Amy. So our second priority is fostering a dynamic local economy or community and economic development. And within that focus area, we have 2 priorities: workforce supports and business supports. When we say workforce supports, what we mean is providing affordable and accessible childcare, affordable housing, and accessible transportation. Business supports include supporting our entrepreneurs and our small and family-owned businesses, as well as the capacity of our local community and economic development partners. The reason why we're focusing on workforce supports is that we know that nearly half of Muskegon County residents are burdened by their housing costs, meaning they're paying more than 30% of their incomes to stay in their homes. If you ask any parent, they'll share with you that childcare is very expensive. It's inaccessible. A large portion of Muskegon County is deemed a childcare desert, and childcare can be a huge barrier to participation in the workforce. And transportation, of course, is necessary to be able to get to your job and participate in the workforce, but also to have a quality of life and get where you need to go. We're focusing on business supports because having a skilled workforce is a necessary prerequisite to being able to participate in the local economy and share in its benefits. And we know that our low-income individuals, people of color, and women-run businesses are less likely to have access to the resources and capital that's necessary to help start or grow a business. And if we want to build an inclusive local economy where everybody has opportunities to participate in it, we need to make sure we're investing in opportunities for all and access to capital and growth for all. Some of the examples of our investments in community and economic development include a partnership with Grand Rapids Opportunities for Women, or GROW, that provided COVID working capital loans during the pandemic shutdown, and now is providing loans to businesses to help them recover from the pandemic. We've also provided program-related investments to some housing partners to help make sure that low and moderate income individuals have opportunities for home ownership. We're an active participant on our Child Care Action Team, which helped create the Y Learning Center, which provides high quality childcare here in downtown Muskegon, but also has a scholarship program for families who may not be able to pay for the full cost of care. We're a partner on the Eviction Prevention Program, which works with the district courts to prevent families from experiencing eviction and keeping them stably housed. We're also a partner on the Food, Agriculture, Research and Manufacturing, or farm facility that's located on the campus of Muskegon Community College and acts as an incubator for agricultural and food processing businesses. And we also have a grant relationship with Greater Muskegon Economic Development that provides support to our rural and small businesses. Now, Jocelyn's going to tell us a little bit more about the priority of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Thanks, Janelle. So I will be covering our focus area, enhancing community trust and promoting prosperity for all. So what we mean by that is through cultural competency, dignity, and social justice, we are catalyzing community to embrace inclusive prosperity and promote the development of spaces where all voices are valued. So why do we choose DEI as a focus area? As you can see, in Muskegon County, you are 3 times more likely to be employed if you are white, and that is according to a national average. 22% of our Muskegon County children are in poverty, but those disparities are even greater among our African American children. So, other reasons why we chose DEI is, as you can see, inequity impacts our health, our prosperity, quality of life, and hope and opportunity. So through our DEI efforts, we have been able to support Muskegon Community College Office of Diversity, where they offer trainings and resources and support around diversity, equity, and inclusion for educators, business owners, and the nonprofit sector. We started the Community Empowerment Small Grant Program, where we give grant dollars to small and grassroots organizations here in Muskegon County. We have participated in the National Day of Racial Healing, where we offer up to $500 for organizations doing work around racial healing. We established the Muskegon Leading Efforts Against Discrimination Giving Circle, where members of our community are able to give money to efforts around diversity, equity, and inclusion. We supported a small organization, Coalition for Community Development, that did some community survey among the residents of Muskegon Heights. And we also support Age Well and Life Circles PACE, which is some of our leading senior resource organizations in the county to do some internal diversity, equity, and inclusion work. So all the things we have described goes back to our motto, building a vibrant community with great opportunities for all. If you have any questions relating to our strategic goal and focus areas, please feel free to contact anyone on the slide provided. Thank you.